guys, Renae here, and today we've got another Sims 4 speed build. This time, we're working with the new Jungle Adventure game pack that just launched yesterday as of me recording this, but a few days ago, probably, from whenever this video actually goes live. But also, something a little bit different about this build is this is one that I built on stream, live on stream on twitch.tv/Renae, just earlier today. And so it's a little bit different because I had a lot of like conversation and feedback from the chat. So they helped me build this. We built it together. But mostly I was just really excited to use the new Jungle Adventure pack. All the build stuff in the new pack, because we played around with the gameplay stuff. I made a couple of Uncharted based characters. I made a Chloe and a Nadine sim to go on some jungle adventures yesterday, the day the game launched. And then today I really wanted to build, so we built this little house on stream. This is in Selvadorada, which is the new vacation world that comes with the Jungle Adventure game pack. So it's technically a rental, though you could obviously like download this house from the gallery and put it in whatever world you want, I guess. Turn it into a residential home, I think. I think that's a thing you can do, I assume. But yeah, so we had a lot of fun with this. Like a really high percentage of this build uses the new stuff. You'll notice so far I think I've used like exclusively, well, I guess technically that little fence trim thing is not new, but like basically everything else is. I really love the aesthetic. I love all the bright colors that come with the stuff in this pack. This was a really fun one. So the goal was to do... We have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and again, I kind of built this with my Uncharted Sims in mind, because it's just the 2 of them. So I made it kind of like a place for 2 adults to live. You could turn one of the rooms into a kid's room really easily, though, if you want to make it like a family vacation home. But yeah. So out here, we mess around with a lot of stuff. I also apologize if there's slightly longer breaks in this build than usual. I tried to cut out as many as I could, but since it came from a live stream, like I said, that's just gonna happen naturally. Also, speaking of, so my last video that I uploaded was the Legacy family home that I built. Again, that was like a tour of the house. We built it on stream and off stream, and I did not record it. But I figured out a really awesome way to get high quality recordings while I'm streaming, so I don't have to like record my stream camera. Like, I don't want to have my face and my stream layout and like sub alerts popping up all the time. Like, I'm really happy about it. Josh helped me figure that out earlier today. So this means anything I build on stream is totally fair game for speed builds like this in the future. So pool, I wanted a pool. I noticed, I think, I could be wrong, I just briefly glanced at the existing vacation rentals, and I think only one of them had a pool. 2 of them probably did, but the one that I liked the best had a pool. It actually had a little like fountain-y looking thing as well, but I wanted a pool on this one. I wanted it to come off of this outdoor patio area. I obviously didn't know what I wanted, so we just played around with the pool for a bit until it worked, until it looked all right. The size of that patio will change by the end of it too, but... And then inside, I took some inspiration from one of the existing homes as well, where they have very open living spaces. This one specifically, this room with all the arches, I think I changed those a little bit, but I keep it pretty open. The one with all the open arches is our dining room, and I saw that in one of the other builds. I thought it was a cool idea. It makes sense thematically, like if you're staying in this area, although I suppose if it's a jungle and it's hot and humid and there's a pool, there's probably a lot of bugs. So we can pretend that this is like a perfect vacation jungle where there are no bugs and there is no sticky humidity. And we can have all kinds of open doors and open windows. But I really like the openness. Like just the feel that these doors and windows give. I also really wanted to make that fireplace work, and we do in the end. I just kind of shoved it out there to keep it on the lot until we figured it out. So now we've moved inside to finally start figuring stuff out and furnishing. I really like the new kitchen stuff. The only thing that bothers me is there's no like island counters to match these new cabinets and counters. But I love the way they look. I love the colors. I went with like the green and yellow for this kitchen, and I just think they look so good together. I love them. So I'm moving this stuff around a lot. The windows, again, so I love the open windows. I love the one-sided, like, shutter thing, or the closed. I didn't use any of the closed windows. I kept them all open. I guess I could have used a closed one here or there, but I didn't. I love all the way, like, I love the way they look, like I said, but they're kind of difficult to make work if you do want to combine open and closed. Or the single window, the small square window where there's like a shutterless one, or the one-sided shutter. It's hard to mix and match, I feel like, because they take up different amounts of space on the wall because of the shutter. Like, I get why. It just makes building with both of them a little bit difficult unless you really plan ahead and make your walls the right size for that to work. So here I was checking out some of the new stuff. You'll notice I look at a lot of things. Like, I had gone through all the build stuff, but this was my first time building with it. So you'll notice I look at this stuff a lot as I'm building this time around. Also, this wood floor has got to be the best looking wood floor in this whole game. I love it so much. I put it in the entire house. I was like, that's it. Wood floor, top to bottom, nothing else. We'll put some rugs in. Speaking of rugs, the colors, again, in this set are just so good. In this pack are so good. So there I made a little bathroom. I wanted to make sure there were 2 bathrooms. Just, I like to have as many bathrooms as possible when I'm playing with my Sims. I hate when one of them's moaning about needing to go to the bathroom and it's taken, it's occupied. So I wanted to make sure there was 1 downstairs and 1 upstairs. I didn't plan the floor plan out at all. I don't generally, but I certainly didn't in this one. So it took some finagling, but we made it work. This bathroom worked out perfectly. That little corner thing was so perfect for the shower. Shower, again, love it. I'm gonna say that the whole video. I feel like every item I place down, I'm just gonna be like, I love this item. But I really do. I love the tile shower. Sorry for shaking the camera. That's a thing I do when I'm thinking, is I just like move my fingers around the WASD keys, and it happens a lot when I'm streaming and I don't think of it at the time, but when I was watching this video back and like cutting out downtime, I was like, God, Renae, why do you shake the camera in the game so much? But yeah, my whole thing with this build was to make things not necessarily match so much, just use as many colors as I could, use as much of the new stuff as I could, and just make it fun. Oh, and somebody in chat made a really awesome comment when we were building it, that everything in this house, everything in this set, when it comes together, when it's not super matching, makes it feel like everything came from like different flea markets and things like that, which is a super fun idea, especially for this like vacation world, this vacation location. Because, I don't know, it's cool. Like, especially if it's like this, South American jungle themed place, it just seemed like the perfect backstory for that kind of furniture. So here I am upstairs thinking, I gotta fit a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. I do finally figure it out, but it took some playing around. Speaking of matching and not matching, though, we'll get into a conversation very soon here when we get to this living room area. So this table, this square table with the wood, like inlay or insert or whatever in the middle there, has got to be one of my absolute favorite items now. I think it's so pretty. The color options for it are amazing. But my very favorite color, and hopefully we'll get to it soon here, my very favorite color that the big table comes in does not have a matching, that one, that dark one with all the pretty colors, does not have a matching small one on that small table. You can get a different matching one with the rainbowy looking wood in the middle. You can get that gray, that right there, those match. But there is no brown table with the rainbow colored wood. Rainbow, the most varied colored wood. There isn't one that matches on the small table. That makes me so upset. But anyway, So again, I was trying to just be colorful and like, I wasn't trying to match. The kitchen matches a little bit, obviously, with the green and yellow or the teal and yellow. But for the most part, I just wanted to throw color everywhere. And then the way I'm playing, again, this house is sort of catered to my adventure Sims needs. But I wanted to have a computer. I wanted to have an easel, so if they need... I kind of have them on, like, permanent vacay. I just keep extending their vacation. I've also kind of been cheating in money for them, but, like, long-term, I don't want to do that. So I was like, listen, they can write books and paint in addition to making money from their, like, treasure hunts and stuff, you know? So I wanted to have a computer. Didn't want to have a TV in here or anything, so the computer was a nice living room space, plus the bookshelf. They can read their books. They can be studious archaeologists. I figured it was a good, like, I don't know, archaeologist thing. Also, that tapestry is gorgeous. Love it. I suppose there is where I could have used one of the closed windows, but I kept them all open. I really liked that look. I don't know why I messed around with plants at this point, because I don't even keep those there long term. I get very distracted. Plus, you know, you're looking at a new pack, you see some new stuff, and you're like, oh, this is cool. I could put this here. So each room I gave different colored stucco walls. I wanted them to be sort of colorful like the rest of the house. The dining room is dark. I didn't think I would like this green, but I feel like our end product made the green look really good. Also, another beautiful round table that seats 6 chairs. Thank you. I love it so much. The chairs bug me, though, because there are certain colors of chairs that have one cushion color, but if you want a different colored wood, you can't have the same cushion color. Like, they don't have all of the cushion colors on all of the wood colors. And again, just like a mild annoyance for me when I was building this. I wanted to have mismatched cushions, but there were only 2 color options for that wood. So I was like, fine, we'll do yellow and green again. Again. Lighting was a little tough for this one. I did find these ceiling and wall lamps that sort of matched. I don't know if they're base game or what they are, but they looked kind of nice in this house, I thought. I didn't do any real clutter work in the kitchen. The kitchen was small. There was only 1 counter, so I needed to keep that open for the Sims to actually be able to use it. But usually I go all in on the clutter in the kitchen, and I didn't this time. The other nice thing about building this on stream is like I said, I had so much input from the chat. So like there, for example, I was like, ooh, a tapestry would be great. But I forgot about the movie night one. So chat was like, oh, there's that one movie night tapestry. And sure enough, it was perfect. So it was really cool knowing that this was going to be turned into a speed build video, but like still having the chat like a normal stream. I don't know. It was cool. It was fun to build together. Oh, this railing, this beautiful blue railing. For some reason, it glitched through the walls, but I really wanted to make that color work. Like, you could see it. You could change the color. You could change the color on that railing and you wouldn't see it. But the light blue railing, you could see right through the walls. So on the outside, I don't think those are what I keep, but I end up covering it with plants on the outside because I was stubborn and I wanted to keep that blue railing. And then I guess we'll wait till we get there. Oh, those are what I did. Those are nice. There's nothing I could do about the one on the window wall, but I put that little table on the half wall to cover it. Ugh, I hope that gets fixed because that such a tiny thing. It drove me nuts at the time. I was like, no, not my blue railings. Like, you can still see it there. But if you're playing the game, your walls are down half the time anyway. I don't know. Some people, I keep them at the half height when I'm playing usually. So we'll see them sometimes and not others. Also, that bathroom ended up so awkward in shape. But once we actually put the bathroom stuff in, it came out kind of nice. So again, all the colors there. Also, I apologize if I'm really all over the place. It's been a long day, but I really wanted to make this video because I was excited about it. And I was excited about Jungle Adventure. I think it's a great pack. So just decorating. I figured if this is a rental home in an area where people come to explore and hunt for artifacts and such, there's probably some cool art pieces throughout the house as decorations as well. So we made this bathroom. Again, it's like very similar to the one downstairs. Same things, just different colors. The nice thing is, though, they're with these color options, it looks like a completely different bathroom, so worked out well. I don't know. I'm staring at this just thinking, what do I say during the bathroom part? I don't know. I don't know. Someone in chat was like, I don't think candles next to tissues are a good idea, and you're absolutely right, but they looked good, so I kept them. So I put this new mirror in here instead of like a vanity mirror over the sink. We went with the big one because I like it a lot. I probably could have put it in the bedrooms instead, but it filled that bathroom wall nicely. So the bedrooms are identical in like size and shape. I shouldn't say identical in shape. They're flip-flopped in shape. But since the idea of this was it's a rental home, I figured I would just make the bedrooms the same, change some color palettes. So they do end up more or less the same. We don't put much in them. When I'm playing anyway, I'm not at my rental very often anyway. So I gave them a bed and a dresser, and then we just kind of decorated the rest of the way. Again, those match. I think I used those downstairs too. There's like a ceiling light, a wall light, and that floor light that are all kind of that same theme. And I thought they worked nicely with the rest of this jungle stuff. So one of the rooms has really warm colors and one has really cool colors. Initially, I was trying to like mix and match the colors, but they just ended up being one warm room and one cool room. I don't hate it though. Use those tapestries again. So these shelves, I like them a lot, except you can only put clutter on the top shelves without, move objects and stuff, which is mildly annoying. Not the end of the world, but just kind of looks silly. Now, here's the thing. I had every intention of taking the time to move objects, onto them. But you'll notice I'm struggling here. My camera keeps zooming out. I keep opening my cheat thing. Apparently, because I had used like the camera states to take videos of that video tour, every time I pressed 9 and 0, it would go to those old camera states. And so because I was live on stream doing this, I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to bother with this. I'll go in, I'll delete those camera save states for the future, and I won't use 9 and 0 next time. Let's just put stuff on the top and call it a day. So that's what we did. Here I am trying to like shrink the big, I don't know what you'd call that thing, pillar statue thing, the giant, I don't know what you'd call it. I wanted to put it in the room as like a decoration artifact, but because it's so big, when you shrink it down, it still has the shadow as if it were at its normal giant size, so it just darkened the room too much. So the bedrooms, again, they're pretty empty, not empty, but bed, dresser, and some decorations, but I figured that's fine. And then this patio area, wasn't 100% sure what to do with, like this balcony specifically, because we had the patio area below as well. But I put a second archaeology table up there because, again, for personal reasons, when I'm using this house, both of my explorers will be finding things and authenticating them on the table and such. So I put one up here. I had one in the living room downstairs. Put a second one up here. I know that globe thing holds drinks, but it also just kind of looked nice having a globe in an adventurer's home. What else did I put up top? Oh, an easel. Because again, if they want to paint to make some money on the side, I figured that was a thing. So here I am making the patio a bit larger because I wanted to fit that fireplace and I wanted to look good. And I wasn't 100% sure where I wanted it, but I knew I was going to make that fireplace work. Also, the like garbage can grill, probably not something you would actually find on a rental home, something you would see in the park more likely. but I liked it too much. I was like, listen, we've gone all in so far. Like 95% of this house is jungle pack only, which if you ask me is pretty impressive that I could do this whole house with mostly one pack. So I was like, we'll use it. Why not? And then I found this thing, and like half the chat agreed it looked good and half the chat said it didn't look so good because it wasn't quite the same style, which I see, but I liked it too much. So we kept that little overhang, that wooden thing. Just added some more seating. I kept it really simple out here, and that's probably also due to me being on stream, and sometimes when I'm building alone, you know, and I'm not trying to interact with the chat at the same time. Oh, and I put a bar out here too. When I'm trying to interact with chat, you know, I can't just sit there and go off into La La Land and skim through things forever and ignore chat, so. But I think all things considered, it turned out, like, pretty good. Decently full of decorations, and it feels full, and it could be lived in and stuff. There were also some areas where I couldn't put windows in because of the way that the indoor rooms were. So that's why I ended up just putting plants along the wall in a lot of places. Is I was like, well, there's no windows here, so let's just fill it with something and make it look good. I can't remember if I keep that window in the bathroom. I don't think I do. Do I? No, I guess I do. I think I do, and then I just leave those plants in the middle of those two windows there, I guess. And then I put more along that wall. I like those. I forget what they're called, but these like red flowers, these wall flowers. The only thing I wish is the corner ones. They have like the rounded left and right ones. Kind of wish those also existed with the rounded part being at the top, not just the bottom. And then we did some mild landscaping. I left it pretty open, just kind of threw some plants in the open corner areas. And that's really it, I guess. I think the screenshots will do it justice the most, but I really liked building this. I think it's interesting too to like compare how the builds turn out when I just sit there on my own forever and build them versus this one where we built with the chat interaction. It was cool. It's good to know we can do this moving forward. And also I just love this jungle pack. We've been playing, like I said, with these new Sims I made, my Uncharted, my Chloe and my Nadine. And all I want to do is play with the jungle pack. Like we've been exclusively exploring and then building this house and stuff. So it's good. I like it. A+. I give Jungle Adventure a thumbs up. I give it my seal of approval. I think that's pretty much it for the build, and we're going to get into screenshots pretty soon here, so I'm going to take that as a cue to stop talking. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you want to download it, it is on the gallery. You can search my origin ID, Renae Witz. I mentioned this in chat too on my stream when I was building this. We're going to come up with a hashtag for future builds so you guys can find them a little easier, but it'll also be linked below. So, yeah. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Renae if you want to catch this stuff live. But until then, enjoy this one. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.